Hey everyone, Kevin here. I'm so excited today to introduce you to my new friend, Jim Mckinley from EB Stone Organics. Jim, say hello and give us a little information about yourself.
Yeah, I'm Jim Mckinley. I'm a horticulturalist. I went to NC State University. I'm Director of Sales for EB Stone Organics, and I love teaching gardening and educating the employees of our garden centers and helping people garden. So I've been doing this for a long time, and I love it. It's my passion.
So Jim, we're gonna go through a few different your products for different situations. So let's start at the basics. I've got a garden, not great soil, but I want to kind of improve it, and because I want a good harvest. What would I start with?
Well, our soils around here are either compacted clay or decomposed granite in this area, Rockland, Granite Bay. So you really need to amend the soil before you plant. So you planting mix 50-50 with native soil. Dig the hole twice as big as a container. That's a general thing every university teaches, and you'll be much more successful. And then always remember that planting mix is for in the ground, potting soils for in containers. So we have different potting soils, different costs. So basically the cost is determined by the ingredients. So this raised bed formula actually was developed in conjunction with UC Davis. I understand it has coconut cores with different ingredients that drains perfectly for raised beds.
So this is a raised bed potting mix?
Yep, so it's different than our regular potting soils. It has different physical properties. And we have worm castings here, which we'd use in a lot of our mixes. There's a lot of it in a Recipe 420 potting soil, for example. Great amendment. We're kind of worm casting kings. We have a great price on it, so I love worm castings.
So if you're buying just the one bag of worm castings, what would be the situation that would call for some earthworm castings?
Well, just to amend your beds in the spring, you know. It adds beneficial organisms, mycorrhizal fungi, beneficial bacteria, nematodes, and it has some nutrition to it, so I love worm castings.
Now right here we have one of your favorite products. This is, you said it's a potting mix, so not for planting in the ground, but in containers, and this is your Recipe 420.
Right.
Tell me a little bit about this.
Well, this is our ultimate potting soil. Just add water. It's fully loaded, I call it. So it does have pumice. We don't use much perlite. Perlite's the one that floats to the top. Pumice doesn't. It's a volcanic rock. It has a lot of seabird guano, bat guano, kelp meal, feather meal, crab meal. It just has high levels of organic fertilizer, so you don't add any fertilizer, just add water. It lasts about 6 or 8 weeks, and you would add some fertilizer to it. But you'll be surprised at the difference if you use this product for your tomatoes or whatever herbs or whatever you're growing. It really works great, so it's my favorite by far.
Just ready to use? Do you need to add anything to this?
No, don't add anything to it. It's my favorite. It's ready to go. It does. Yeah. It's amazing.
That ingredient list is pretty hardy. There's a lot of good things in there.
Yeah, it's fully loaded.
For some of our viewers right now, what would be your recommendations to have a nice, successful spring and summer for their vegetable garden, whether it's in a potting, either in containers or in ground? How can we be successful?
Just amend, start it off. Don't try to just use your old stuff without amending it, because you lose the physical properties in your beds and your containers over time.
So it gets a little tired.
The organic materials break down and they compact. So you lose air porosity, and we need air porosity for healthy root growth. So, please amend. You can use any of these, a lot of different things. We do say on the bags what it's for. This one says garden amendment, the worm castings. So you don't pot in it, it's a garden amendment. If it's for potting, we say on there, or planting, we say on there. So just do that, and you'll be more successful, and the plants will grow better. It's frustrating if you plant, you get I'll take all the time and money to buy a plant and put it in something and it just doesn't grow, right? We don't want to do that. So
you want it to live and thrive.
You want to just do the best you can on the front side and preparation, and you'll be more successful.
All right, Jim, so if some folks at home are wondering and still uncertain about what soils to get, what should they do?
Well, come into Green Acres, find a staff member. They have plenty of people here on site that are experts in gardening, and they can help direct you to the right product. We try to make it clear on our package, but use planting mixes when you plant trees and shrubs, potting soils for containers. But if you have a question about drainage and those kind of things for a particular plant, ask someone at Green Acres.
There we go. So if you got some more questions, don't hesitate to ask. Come on down.